welcome back to the class. And yesterday, what did we discuss? What were our topics? Before subnetting, subnetting was the last topic we discussed. So before
Routing
subnetting,
tables.
what did we discuss? We discussed
Router tables.
routing table, MAC table, ARP table. Okay. So ARP table in a router is valid for 4 hours. Okay. ARP table in a PC is valid for 24 hours. Okay.
24
Then
hours.
MAC table in a switch is valid for 300 seconds.
300 seconds.
And we saw this scenario, unicast flooding. What is unicast flooding? When a PC sends a unicast message to the other PC through the switch would have cleared its MAC table. So switch will broadcast the unicast packet. Therefore, it is known as unicast flooding. Okay. Then we saw IPv4 explanation. Correct. What is the size of IP address? IPv4 address. Okay. What are the types of addresses? IP address and MAC address.
And a MAC address.
In IP address, we have two formats, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4 is 32-bit, IPv6 is 128-bit. Okay. MAC address is 48-bit. Okay. So total, how many number of IP addresses possible using IPv4 format? This is an interview question. 2 power 32. We will be able to form 2 power 32 IP addresses using IPv4 format. Okay. Size of IPv4 is 32-bit. Then each octet is 8 bits. So each octet can vary from 0 to 255. Okay. And then we saw conversions, decimal to binary, binary to decimal. Okay. What are the classes in IPv4? Class A, B, C, D, and E. Correct. A ranges from 1 to 126. Okay. And class B ranges from 128 to 191. Class C ranges from 192 to 223. Okay. Class D ranges from
244 to
224 to
239.
224 to 239. Okay. Class E ranges from 240 to 255. Okay. Then 0.0.0 is not used anywhere because we do not assign like roll number 0 to anybody. Correct. And 127 we refer it to as loopback IP address. What are loopback addresses? We will see when we discuss routing protocols. Okay. Then what ABC is used for assignment purpose. Class D is used for multicast groups. Class E is used for research purpose. Okay. First octet range we saw yesterday. How do we decide whether it's class A, B, C, D, or E IP address? We look at the first octet and we decide which class it belongs to. Correct. And we saw this, the sequence. Class A IP address always starts with 0. Look at the first bit. Okay. In class B, first 2 bits are common, 1 0. In class C, first 3 bits are common, 111 0. In class D, we have 4 ones and 1 0. First 4 digits are common. And in class E, again, first 4 bits are common and it is 4 ones. Okay. We saw what is subnetting. Can you close the door? Yeah, multicast group we will discuss when we start routing protocols. No, not like that. It's just, now see, we have a WhatsApp group, correct? What is the name of our WhatsApp group? It is CCNA 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. batch. Similarly, routers, to group them, using routing protocols, we need groups, okay? So using routing protocols, we group the routers and the group name will be a number. That is class D IP address. That we will discuss when we start routing protocols, okay? Instead of a name, there will be a number, IP address number. Okay, we saw what is subnetting. What is subnetting? Sorry?
Dividing the network economically.
No problem, tell. Subnetting is dividing a network economically to assign IP addresses. Okay, what is the main purpose of subnetting? To reduce the wastage of IP addresses, because we purchase IP addresses and we want to economically use it, reduce the wastage of IP addresses. Okay, and there are 2 types of subnetting. What are the 2 types? I think we stop in this slide. No? Class. What are the 2 types? Classful subnetting and classless subnetting. Okay. We'll start with today's class. So guys, in a subnet mask, there are 2 parts. One is network bit, one more is host bit. Okay. So let's take this example. Take any college, for example, XYZ. Okay. Is it visible? This font is visible? Okay, sir. Visible? Okay. XYZ. Roll number starts with 001. XYZ002, XYZ003, XYZ004. So in this, we have two parts, network bit and host bit. How? So this whole thing is one register number. So your register number, obviously it would have started with the college name and then there will be a number. Okay. But your college name remains same, college code, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. But these at the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this changes. So this part which remains same is known as network bit. This whole thing is your roll number. Okay. Example, this whole thing is IP address. Okay. But this part remains same for your college code. Correct? XYZ is the college name. XYZ remains same. So this is network bit. The host bit varies. 001, 0002, 0003. Correct? So this is network bit. This is host bit. Okay. Network bit always remains constant. Host bit varies. Okay. Understood network bit and host bit. So let's come to this part. Network bit represents the network to which machine belongs to. Which college? Now, if you go tell XYZ0003 is your register number, what can a person find out? Which college you belong to? XYZ. And what is your number? 0003. So network bit represents which network the host belongs to or machine belongs to. Host bit represents IP address of that particular machine. Okay. Okay, look at this point also. Then you can note down all the points. Subnet mask, a value which helps to identify network portion and host portion of a IP address. Now, this whole thing is your register number or your roll number. In this roll number, which is your college code, XYZ, and which is your actual number, 003. So this is network bit. This is the host bit. This defines to which network the host belongs to. This belongs to you. Actual number of yours. Correct? But when you fill your register number, what do you fill? You fill the whole thing. When people ask you your register number in college, you say XYZ00003. Correct? In binary format, it consists of continuous ones and then continuous zeros. So in IP addresses, network bits are represented with ones. Host bit are represented with zeros. Okay, take down this now. Guys, today, can we take the class till 1:15? Because we started 15 minutes late. We will try to finish by 1. If not possible, then extra 5 to 10 minutes we'll take. No problem, no? Oh, okay. So all of you have joined WhatsApp group? So all of you here are there in the WhatsApp group? No? Okay, you ping me. I'll forward you the group details. Online guys, are you all there in the WhatsApp group?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else missing? You? Okay, ping me on WhatsApp. I'll send you the group details. Done, boys? Okay. So we have default subnet mask values for each class. Class A subnet mask value is /8, which means first octet bit is continuous ones, first 8 bits, which means first octet. For class B, subnet mask value is /16, which means first 2 octets are continuous ones. Class C, subnet mask is /24, which means first 3 octets are network and the last octet is host. Okay, wait, look at this slide. Class A. In a class A, by default, it is /8. Default value of class A subnet mask is /8. What does that 8 represent? Number of ones in the subnet mask. So /8 means first octet is complete once, others are all zeros. Okay, so in class A, first octet always remains same. Okay, so first octet is complete once /8 /8. Okay, first octet is complete once, rest all are zeros. So when you convert this to decimal, what do you get? 255.0.0.0. This is the default subnet mask for class A. Okay, for class B /16. Okay, so first two octets are filled with ones. /16 means 8 here, 8 here, so 16. Okay, first two octets are filled with ones. Next two octets are filled with zeros, which means first two octets are network bits. Last two octets are host bits, which means first two octets remain same. Last two octets can vary. So when you convert the subnet mask to decimal, 255.255.0.0. Okay. Class C, it has /24 value. Okay. So 24 ones. First octet full of ones, second octet full of ones, third octet also full of ones. Last octet will be filled with zeros, which means first three octets are network octets. First three octets remain same. Last octet can vary. Okay. So when you convert this to decimal, 255.255.255.0. This is the default subnet mask for class C. For class B, /16. We call this as /value /8. Okay. In any network device, you cannot just assign IP address. Along with IP address, you have to also mention subnet mask. Okay. You cannot just assign IP address. With IP address, we also have to assign subnet mask. So /8 means 255.0.0.0. First octet complete of ones. /16 means first two octet filled with ones. 255.255.0.0. Okay. Class C /24. 24 ones. First three octets are network. 255.255.255.0. Okay. So question. Now subnet mask. Class A subnet mask starts with /8. Class B subnet mask starts with /16. So what is the range? Correct. If you use from /8 to /15, the value /8 to /15, it will be a class A subnet mask. Here, correct. /16 to /23, class B subnet mask. We do not use 32 and 31. 32 we use, but we do not use it in CCNA purpose. We use it in CCNP purpose. And 31 we do not use. That we will get to know later why. Okay. So class C subnet mask ranges from /24 to /30. Okay. Next, if we use a class A IP address and a class A subnet mask, it is known as classful subnetting. Okay. If we use a class B IP address and class B subnet mask, classful subnetting. Class C IP address and class C subnet mask equal to classful subnetting. Understood? If we use class A IP address and class B or class C subnet mask, it is classless. It is known as classless subnetting. Class B IP address and class C or class A subnet mask, classless subnetting. Class C IP address along with class A or class B subnet mask is known as classless subnetting. Clear? Classful classless subnetting. What is the range of class A subnet mask? /8 to /15. Default value of class A subnet mask is /8. Default value of class B subnet mask is /16. But we can increase. Okay. If we increase from /16 to /23, it is class B subnet mask. And for class E, default value is /24. We can increase it till 30. Shall we look at few examples? Okay. Now look at this. I'm using a class C IP address. Okay. Is this a class C IP address? Correct. For this, I will be using a class C subnet mask. I have written /24. What does that mean? That means there are 24 ones. How do you represent network bits? Using ones. How do you represent host bit? Using zeros. So correct. /24 means this is what it means. I'm using /24. 24 ones, network bits, host bits. So when you convert this to decimal, 255.255.255.0. Correct? Now, for this IP address, I have stated that first 3 octets are network bits, which means these 3 octets should remain constant, but this octet can vary. Okay, so this remains constant. Okay, so for this IP address, what is the starting point? 0. Correct. After somewhere you will get this IP address. Correct. Okay, goes on. What is the last IP address? 255. Okay, so the starting point, we call this IP as network IP. Okay, and we call this as broadcast IP. The last IP in the network is known as broadcast IP. The first IP in the network is known as network IP. Anything in between, we can use it for assignment purpose. Okay, this is considered as network IP. It's like your college code. And from here is where the actual roll number starts. But 0 we do not assign to any people, correct? Roll number 0 we do not assign to any people. So this will remain like that only. We do not assign to any host, and we call this as network IP. And this is the last IP address, and we call it as broadcast IP because assume you have a broadcast message. Everybody under this network has to receive that information. So if you send that information to this IP address, everybody in this network will get that information. That's why we call it as broadcast IP. Okay. Network IP, broadcast IP. Everything in between is valid IPs to assign it to the host. Now, is this a class full subnetting or a classless subnetting? Class full, class C IP address with a class C subnet mask. Class full. Okay. So basically, guys, what is subnetting? Subnetting is basically dividing the network and us making proper use of it, reducing the wastage, using the IP addresses economically. Okay. So next, let's see using class A subnet mask, class B subnet mask, and class C subnet mask, how are we actually dividing the network and making use of the IP addresses? Okay. For that, we will see this example. Assume this is a big plot of land. Okay. In this land, you want to start a coaching center. This is a big land. Let's see, according to class A subnet mask, how are we able to divide this land? How many classrooms we can make, and in each classroom, how many students we can fit in. Okay. So class A IP addressing, class A subnetting. Okay. As we discussed, class A has first octet as network octet, last octet as host octets. So network bit is 8, host bit is 24. Okay. First, let's see how many number of networks we can create using class A subnet mask. How many classrooms we can create, and then we will see number of hosts per network. How many students can fit into one classroom? How many hosts can fit into one network? Okay. So for number of networks, available bit is network bit is 8. But in class A IP address, first bit is common. Correct. So what do? First bit is common. So we reduce one bit. 8 minus 1. Total 8 bits in network octet. Okay. We reduce 1 because first bit is common. 8 minus 1, 7. 2 power 7. 128. Okay. In that 0 and 127 are reserved. I told you we do not use 0 and 127 is loopback. Correct. So we have 128 minus 2. 126. So using class A subnetting, we can divide this plot of land into 126 classrooms. Okay. Next, number of hosts per network. So available bits here is 24. So 2 to the power 24. We get a big value. In that, ones and zeros are reserved, which means there is one network IP, one broadcast IP. Correct? So we minus 2. We get this answer. Network IP, broadcast IP. Reduce it. We do not use those two IP addresses. So what is the answer? 167777214. 167777214. We can fit these many students in one classrooms. So if we talk in IP addressing format, so we can create 126 networks and these many hosts can fit in one network. As you may have a IT company. In that IT company, you can have 126 floors. 126 floors. Each floor is one network. Okay. And in each floor, we can fit these many PCs. Number of hosts per network. In each floor, we can have these many PCs. So 126 networks and 167777214. These many hosts per network. One six triple seven two one four, no? Okay, understood? Look at the slide. So in 10.0.0.0 network, Okay, we have first one as network IP. So this is remaining constant. Next three are host bits. So this can vary. 10.0.0.0 is network IP. Everything in between is valid. You can assign it to the computers and laptops. The last one is broadcast. Understood? Class A subnetting. Okay, make a note of this. Guys, see, class A, class B, class C, I'll explain. And at the end, I've also made a note like this. Do you want to take down these notes or do you want to copy from these slides? Like, I have made a brief points of class A, class B, class C. Do you want to take down notes like this or do you want to copy from here? This? Okay, copy. It's the same information I have mentioned in those points also. But I think this is more brief. If you want to take down these. Or if you want small points to understand, I have made those points at the end. Take down this slide first. Network octet, last three are host octets. Network bit is 8, host bit is 24. Next, take down this slide and then this slide for example, for understanding. Okay, take down this. So if we consider the IT building, we can have 126 floors, which means each floor is one network. So 126 networks and 16777,214 hosts per network. We can have 16777,214 laptops and PCs in one floor under one network. You joined yesterday. Yeah, what's your name? Shupratap. Online, you were attending online, then yeah.
Hi, sir. Adil here. I actually joined today. Yeah, first day I've taken off class.
Okay, what is your name?
Adil.
Adil. Okay. So yesterday you joined?
Today I joined actually.
Oh, okay, yesterday you paid the fee?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Please let me know the old classes.
Yeah, I'll share the drive link. So,
okay.
Are you there in the WhatsApp group?
No, actually.
Okay. Ping me on this number. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
After you join the WhatsApp group, send me your email address. Okay. I'll share you the drive link. In the drive, I have uploaded previous class videos and also study materials.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
Done. Let's go to class B subnetting. Okay. So next, let's see, using class B subnetting, how can we divide this big LAN and how many classrooms we can fit and how many students can be in one classroom. So class B IP address has first two octets as network octets, last two octets as host octets. Network bits is 16, host bit is 16. Okay. Number of networks. How many classrooms can we create? Available bit is 16, but first two digits are same in class B IP address. Come back over here. Look at this slide. In class B IP address range, first two bits are constant. So we minus 2 from 16 bit, we minus 2 because first two are constant. 14, so 2 power 14. 16, 384. So 16, 384 classrooms. Which means if you compare it to the IT company, we can have 16, 384 floors. Each floor is one network. Next, number of hosts per network. Host bit is 16. 2 power 16 is 65, 536. We minus 2. Why? We have network IP and broadcast IP. We do not use it. Minus 2. So we have 65, 534. Okay. So what does this imply? We can have 16,384 networks or 16,384 floors in IT company. Each floor is one network. And we can have 65,534 hosts or PC and laptops in one floor. Correct? Okay. Look at this example. This is a class B IP address. In this, first two octets are remaining constant. Network bits. Last two will vary. Host bits. So starting point is 172.16.0.0. Network IP. In between, everything is valid for assigning for PC and laptop. The last one is 172.16.255.255. Broadcast IP. Okay. Take down this slide. How many networks can we create using class B? 16,384. How many hosts per network? 65,534 in one network. Done, boys? Shall we go to the next slide? So next, let's look at class C subnetting. So in class C subnetting, we have 3 octets. First 3 octets are network. Last octet is for host. Okay. So network bits is 24. Host bits is 8. Number of networks. Okay. How can we divide the client into how many classrooms? Available bits is 24. But first 3 are fixed. 110. Come back to this slide. Check class C. 110. First 3 are common. What do we do? 24 minus 3. 21. 2 to the power 21. So these many networks. We can create these many classrooms. 20 lakhs 97,152. 20 lakhs 97,152. These many classrooms or networks. Correct? Hosts per network. How many do we have? 8. So 2 power 8, 256. Minus 2. Why? 1 broadcast IP, 1 network IP. So minus 2, 254. So you can have 254 students in one classroom. Or 254 PCs and laptops. We call it as hosts in one network. Any doubts here? Look at the example. 192.168.10.0. This is the starting point. First 3 octets will remain same. Network bits, host bit varies. So network IP for this is 192.168.10.0. It ranges till 192.168.10.255. This is the broadcast IP. Anything in between is valid to assign to the host. This slide, no? Yeah.
Class B में 172 class C में 192.
Range.
Okay.
We have divided the range. If the IP address is between 128 to 191, then we say it is class B IP address.
No.
172.16. Okay, chill. See, 172. Why we are using 172.16? Because we need for class B subnetting, we need to use a class B IP address. I've taken a class B IP address to explain. So here 172.16 I have used. Just the IP address is changing. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing else. Just the IP address. Just the numbers have changed for you to understand. We can use that will become classless. That we will learn later. Yeah, we are using classful. We are learning classful now. While doing the numericals, we will learn classless. That time we will get a better picture. Hmm? If I explain classless first, then you will get confused. Where is that slide? This you guys finished up? Okay. So all these are classful subnetting, whatever we learned today. Okay. Class A, classful subnetting. We saw the theory part. Class B, classful subnetting. We saw the theory part. And this is class C, classful subnetting. Done? Okay. Look at these slides. It's just a brief points of class A subnetting, class B subnetting, class C subnetting. Class A subnetting, we have network. First octet is network. Rest 3 octets are host. So it will be 8 ones, rest all zeros. When you change it to binary, 255.0.0.0. Slash value by default is /8. Network bits are 8. Host bits are 24. Correct? Number of networks is this. Correct? We got some 1 lakh something, no? No, we got some answer 1 lakh. Yeah, we got some big number, no? 126 networks and these many hosts per network. Correct? And in class B, we have network, host. So 16 ones, rest all zeros. Subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Slash value by default is /16. Network bit is 16, host bit is 16. Okay, then class C, again, 3 networks, 1 host. Okay, 24 ones and rest all zeros. 255.255.255.0. Slash value is /24 by default. Network bits is /24, host bit is /8. This is the range of subnet mask. Class A ranges from /8 to /15. Class B subnet mask ranges from /16 to /23. Class C subnet mask varies from /24 to /30. Okay. Now we have a small topic: private IP addresses and public IP address. So what is a public IP address? Public IP addresses are costly and they need to be purchased by ISP. Okay. So if you want your device to work on the internet, if you want people to access your device, people on internet to access your device, then you need to use a public IP address. Anything within this range is known as private IP address. It will work only inside the network. Okay. Now suppose you have a project. Okay. And this project requires an IP address. Okay, this project you're doing in your college. Final year, you do a project. In that project, for that project, you need an IP address. Your college will give you an IP address. That project will work only inside your college network. Okay? It will not work outside your college network. They will give you a private IP address. In class A, private IP address ranges from 10.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Class B, it ranges from 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. Class C, 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255. Okay. IP address within this range is known as private IP address. They will work only inside the organization, only inside your college network. Okay. But if you want the whole public to access your project, if you want everybody on internet to access the project, you need to purchase an IP address from the ISP. And then if you use that IP address on your project, everybody on internet will be able to access your device. Okay. Just make a note of this. Private IP address and public IP address. So in real time, if you have a prototype device or a project and that project requires some IP address, will you buy the IP address from ISP? For a demo model, you have a demo model. For demo model, will you buy will you buy IP address from ISP? No, it's testing model, correct? It's a demo model. For that, you will use a private IP address. If it works inside your organization, it is enough. And that model, if you want to deploy into real time, if you want to deploy for the public, then you need to buy an IP address from the ISP and assign it. You can buy it from ISP. ISP is your Act, Airtel, Jio, these people. Now let's see an example for classful class C subnetting. Classful class C subnetting. Which is the IP address I can take for this? A class C IP address. Correct. 192.168.1.2. Is this 10.2? No confusion. Is this a class C IP address? Correct. Default value is 24, but we will increase it to 26. We will see how we are dividing the network and how are we allocating host. Okay. /26 means 26 once. Okay, 24 once done. But yeah, 1. Is this correct? Okay. So the decimal value for this is 255.255.255. I think 192. 192. 128 plus 64. 192. Yes. So how do we calculate number of networks? In this scenario, how do we calculate number of networks? Is this still a class C subnetting, classful subnetting? Correct. We have used a class C IP address and we have used a class C subnet mask. We have increased it to 26. Class C subnet mask ranges from /24 to /30. Okay. How do we calculate number of networks? We do 2 to the power. How many bits have you carried from the next octet? No, we just look at how many bits we have borrowed from next octet. /24 is default value, but we have increased it to /26. So what do we see? We see how many bits we have borrowed from the next octet. This 3 by default is class C network octet, and we have borrowed 2 bits from the next octet. So 2 power 2. So 4 networks are possible using this subnet mask. Okay. Number of hosts per network. How do we calculate this? Look at the number of zeros left. How many zeros are left? 2 power 6 is 64. 2 power 7 is 128. 2 power 5 is 32. 2 power 6 is 64. So we will be able to divide this network into 4 networks and 64 hosts per network. Okay. So actually what are we finding out? We are finding out what is the network IP and broadcast IP for this IP address. This will be the question. They will give you an IP address. They will mention the subnet mask and they will tell you to find out network IP and broadcast IP for this IP address. Or they will tell you using this subnet mask, how many networks and how many hosts per network can we create. Okay. So if we are able to divide this network, so this IP address will have a starting point, correct? And it will also have an ending point. Let us see that. What will be the starting point in this network? 192.168.10.0. This is where it starts. We need to look at the next network IP. This is the first network IP. 4 networks means 4 network IPs. Each network will have one network IP, one broadcast IP. So 4 networks means 4 networks means 4 network IPs has to be there and 4 broadcast IPs. What is the next network IP? How do we calculate 192.168.10.64? Add 64. Okay. So 64 plus 64, 128 plus 64, 192. No? We got 4 network IPs. Okay. Okay. See here. What is the first valid network IP? Sorry, what is the first valid IP address under this network IP? 10.1, 10.2. Okay. Goes on.
63.
What is the broadcast IP here?
192.168.10.63.
63. Okay. Then what will be the last valid IP address here?
62.
62. Okay. Similarly, let's go here. 192.168. Under this network IP, which is the first valid IP? 65. Good. Yes, I think one of your mic is on. Okay. Here, what will the last valid IP be? 126. Okay. Broadcast IP? Good. Next here, 129. Goes on. $190. Okay. Now here, 93. Okay, first let's write the broadcast IP for this. So 192 plus 64, what will you get? 256. But 256 is not there. So we take 255. Here, last valid IP. That's it. Did we get the answer? This part is network IP. This part is broadcast IP.
Sir, can you tell me once again the subnet mask, how it is 192?
Okay, just a second. Subnet mask? Oh, this one 192?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so convert this last octet into decimal. It's in binary, correct?
Yes.
This is in binary. Convert this to decimal. If you convert this to decimal, you will get 192. This again is in binary. Convert it to decimal, you will get 255. Convert this to decimal, 255. Convert this to decimal, you will get 255. Yesterday we saw conversions. Okay, so Adil, yesterday we saw conversion from binary to decimal and decimal to binary.
Oh, okay, sir. I will go through that class once.
So once you watch that video, you will understand how we are getting 192.
Okay, sir.
No, according to class C subnetting terms, the first 3 are network octets. So we need to maintain this as constant. Only the last octet has to vary according to class C subnetting. Yeah, first 3 will remain constant. Why? Because these are network octets. we have represented this with ones, which means network bits. So network octets always remain constant. So in this case, this is the college code, and this will be the number for the students. This will remain constant, but this octet can vary according to class C, classful subnetting. So if we use /26, we are dividing the network into 4. Okay. And in each network, we can allot 64 PCs. In this 64, one will go for network IP, one will go for broadcast IP. Okay. So now for this IP address, tell me what is the, look at the same table and tell me what is the network IP and broadcast IP for this IP address. Look at this table.
It falls under second table, sir.
Look at the same table and see, this row is network IP and this is broadcast IP. Okay. So for this IP address, what is the network IP?
64.
Okay. Everybody, 64. Broadcast IP?
127.
127. Good. Okay. For this example, for this IP address, what is the network IP? What is the broadcast IP? Look at the same table.
92 is network IP, sir.
Yeah. 192.
Two.
Correct. Network IP is 192.168.10.192. And for this broadcast IP is
255.
255. Very good. And for this network IP, for this IP address is
0.
good. 10.0.
Yes, sir.
Broadcast IP here is
163. Oh, sorry, 63.
63. Okay, then for this IP address,
128, sir.
just a minute. Okay, network IP for this IP address is
128.
128. Broadcast IP
191.
191.
1.
That's all. So for this question, answer is network IP for this question is 192.168.10.0.
0.
Broadcast IP for this question is 10.63. Okay. So after we learn this subnetting, Monday we will see VLSM and FLSM concept. So there you will actually understand why we are dividing the network to reduce the wastage of IP address. I will show you with an example. So that time you will understand how we are conserving the IP addresses. How do we calculate number of networks? We do 2 to the power number of bits borrowed from the next octet. We borrowed 2 ones from the next octet. 2 power 4. Sorry, 2 power 2, 4. Number of hosts per network. We see how many zeros are left. There are 6 zeros left. So 2 power 6, 64. First network IP will always be, this 3 octets will be same. Why? Network octets, they should not change. Host octet, we can vary. Starts with 0. So the next network IP has to be plus 64. So under this network IP, if there are 63 devices, then the next network IP will obviously be 64. So 64 plus 64 comes the third network IP. 128 plus 64, 192. Fourth network IP. Understood this? And the range So 0 plus 64 will come to the next network IP. 64 plus 64, 128. Third network IP. 128 plus 64, 192. Fourth network IP. So 63 will be broadcast IP. For the first network IP, the range will end at 63 because 64 is next network IP. Broadcast IP for here for this range is 10.63. Everything in between is valid to assign to the host. If this is 128, if the third range is 128, network IP is 128, here broadcast IP will be 127. Range ends at 127 for 64 network IP. For 128 network IP, range ends at 191. Okay, for 192 network IP, range ends at 255. All the IP addresses in between this range is valid to assign to the host, PC and laptops. That's all. Tomorrow we will be seeing only examples of these things. So I think for today's class, this much is enough. Tomorrow we will see one more class C subnetting example, then class B subnetting example, class A class full subnetting example, and then we will see classless subnetting examples. Okay guys, online guys, any doubts? Did you take down this?
Yes, sir.
Offline boys, did you take down this? Taken down? Okay, online guys, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay guys, just a second. If you guys have no doubts, then we are good to end the class. Online guys, don't disconnect. I have to take attendance, okay?
Okay.
But we will end the class. I'll stop the recording.
Sure.
Fine guys. So we are done with today's topic. Tomorrow we will see class B, class C, class C, class B, class A, class full subnetting examples, and class B, class C, class A, classless subnetting examples.